Hi and welcome to arm strength training. And in between the exercises I'm going to read a bit about how a neutron star comes to a black hole. And participating in the exercises is at your own risk. We're going to start with the first exercise, the star. We are standing and we are pressing our fingertips against each other. Now with all these exercises, is it important that you never feel pain at the fingers. So your finger joints should never feel pain. And also important that your wrists don't feel pain. If you feel pain at the finger joints, then immediately stop. So we're pressing with the fingertips against each other, and we don't have completely extended arms, have them a little bit bended. And we are pressing. And we keep pressing, so. If you have pain at the finger joints, immediately stop. And you should also not have pain at the wrists and all over never pain. And here by this exercise the elbows are not completely straight. And a bit longer, we are pressing them, a bit longer. And that was the star. Now let's look to what is written here from neutron star to black hole. A neutron star, so first the explanation what a neutron star is. A neutron star is a massive star which had gone through a supernova explosion followed by gravitational collapse, by which the massive star was compressed and had reached a high density. So neutron star was a massive star which had exploded in a supernova explosion and then again collapsed in a gravitational collapse and has now high density. And high density is because why the protons and electrons in the neutron star combine to neutrons. So there are still protons and neutrons in this neutron star, but they combine because of the extreme high density to additional neutrons. And now the next exercise, the probe. Again, the hands out, and now we are pressing just with the fingertips. If you had problems in the past with the elbow, then rather do the star again. And we are pressing. So same rules. Don't have pain at the finger joints, no pain at the wrists, and not completely straight elbows. And we are still pressing. And we are still pressing. And a little longer. And that was the probe. So, after the massive star had its gravitational collapse, which made it a neutron star, something referred to with Neutron Degeneracy Pressure partially prevents the neutron star to collapse again. So it was a massive star, had a supernova explosion, and after the supernova explosion, a gravitational collapse. And now in the thing there's happening the Neutron Degeneracy Pressure. And that Neutron Degeneracy Pressure prevents that neutron star to collapse another time. So the Neutron Degeneracy Pressure prevents it from collapsing another time. But not always, and we're going on in a moment. But first the next exercise. We are now pressing with our 4 hot fingers against the finars, the finar and the hypophinar, here at the bottom like this. And we are pressing. And the hand pressing with the palm is stronger because it presses with the palm and gives slowly in and directs the way of the other arm. And now on the other side. The 4 hot fingers are pressing into the finars, and the hand pressing with the palm is stronger and gives slowly. Again, same rules. No pain at the joints, that is very important, and also no pain here at the wrists. And if you come up, then don't go in any painful angle, then stop before any angle down fits, and stop anyway if you have any pain at the wrists. So again, pressing. And we give slowly in. And another time. Pressing. And we're giving slowly in. And last round. Pressing. And up. So the neutron degeneracy pressure prevents it from collapsing another time, the neutron star. Additionally to the neutron degeneracy pressure, some other thing referred to with repulsive nuclear forces somehow supports the neutron star against collapsing. So not only the neutron degeneracy pressure, but also the repulsive nuclear forces. Repulsive nuclear forces prevent it from collapsing another time. The neutron star would collapse into a black hole. But it can still happen, and we are going on in a moment, but first the next exercise. Now we're pressing like this. With one hand, with 4 hot fingers like this, and we are pressing again into the finger and hyperfinger like this. So we are pressing, and the hand pressing with the palms is again stronger, and goes slowly good. And on the other side, pressing, and the hand pressing with the palm slowly in. And another time. And slowly up. And another time. And the last round. Pressing. And the hand pressing the palm gets slowly in. And on the other side, pressing, and that was the exercise. So the neutron degeneracy pressure and the repulsive nuclear force prevent that neutron star from collapsing another time to a black hole. The so-termed Tolman-Oppenheimer-Volkoff limit. So there is a number, and that number is called the Tolman-Oppenheimer-Volkoff limit. And that limit is 2.2 or to 2.9. So 2.2 to 2.9. Let's say 2.5. It's 2.5 solar mass. And says that the neutron star with a mass of 2.5 times of the Sun will collapse to a black hole. A solar mass is the mass of the Sun. So if that neutron star has a mass which is 2.5 times or more of the Sun, then it will collapse to a black hole. So the Sun has a mass, it's pretty much, and if the neutron star has more than 2.5 times the mass of the Sun, then the neutron degeneracy pressure and the repulsive nuclear forces can't keep it from collapsing. It will collapse and form a black hole. That is what the Tolman-Oppenheimer-Volkoff limit says. And the next exercise. We have one arm out and are pressing again with the 4 hot fingers into the fingers. And again, the hand with pressing the palm. Stronger and goes slowly in. And again, pressing. And the hand pressing with the palm, stronger, and directs the weight back in. And another time. Pressing. And again slowly. Pressing and directing slowly the weight back in. So, the neutron degeneracy pressure and the repulsive nuclear forces may prevent a neutron star with less than 2.5 solar mass from collapsing to a black hole, but if a neutron star has more than 2.5 times the mass of the Sun, it will collapse and form a black hole. And the last thing here, a massive star can have a supernova explosion followed by a gravitational collapse, compressing it to a neutron star. And if the mass of a neutron star is 2.5 times the mass of the Sun, neutron degeneracy pressure and repulsive nuclear forces are no longer sufficient to prevent the neutron star from collapsing, and the neutron star collapses and forms a black hole. Now a little intermission exercises. We are having the arms at the outside and we are circling forward, which is of course an exercise by itself, so we are doing it only for a short moment, just to relax the muscles. Now we are shaking it a little, and now we are bringing the arm over, and we are stretching the arm in with this arm, and we are keeping that shoulder back. So that shoulder back, here stretching into that direction, because this is the transition phase, not the other. We can stretching here, and the shoulder stays back. To the two last exercises, which are no longer done with great force. And this is the first one. The quadrangular castle builder, both hands with fists out, and we're turning these fists towards each other. And here, as I just said, down with great force, we are just bringing them into these deviations and holding them there for a moment. This is about the muscles close at the wrists and a bit of forearm muscles, and they are more filigrane, so we don't want to use that much force. And now down, we are just bringing them into these deviations, into this flexion, and holding them there. In, and we're making now that circle into the other eye. Down, and to the side, and the last exercise, we arm at the side, go to line shoulders, the arm at the side, have a comfortable feeling in the arm, and now the fist down, and we are pressing against the index finger with moderate force. Again, this is not about maximum force or anything. We just want to bring some pressure onto the tendons of the muscles. And from the outside. And from the top against the third finger, metacarpal bone of the third finger. And from the bottom against the third finger again. And now with the other hand, go to line shoulders, arm comfortably at the side, fists down, and we're pressing against the index finger. And from the other side. And from the top, again, against the metacarpal bone of the third finger. And now the fourth and last of the four positions, on the bottom, against the third finger. And these are all the exercises. Now we just check it a little, and we are going with the fingers over the middle part of the forearm. So over the middle part of it. This is where the extensor digitorum is, and we are going to relax it a bit this way. And one more time. And on the other side. One more time. And we are done with the wrist strengthening training. Now, from a neutron star to a black hole. So first, the neutron star is, there was first a massive star, which had a supernova explosion, and then a gravitational collapse. And this neutron star then is prevented from collapsing again into a black hole through the Neutron Degeneracy Pressure and the radioactive nuclear forces. But if a neutron star has a higher mass than 2.5 times the mass of the Sun, then these Neutron Degeneracy Pressure and radioactive nuclear forces are not sufficient anymore, and it collapses, the neutron star collapses and forms a black hole. This is from neutron star to black hole. These were wrist strengthening exercises. I thank you very much, and until next time.